Hello all, Kevin here, but you knew that. Uh, this probably won't be very long today. Getting ready to get on the road here. So basically there's not going to be much whiskey in the Cigar and Whiskey Talk. There'll be a little bit. Today, I was going to, an Alec Bradley Black Market Punk. This is one of those infused cigars from a few videos ago doing the cigar infusion. They're starting to develop a pretty distinct fireball scent. And we're going to do about a finger, not much, of Angel's Envy. Today I want to talk about personal entitlement. There are a lot of folks running around. Everybody's got their own opinion. But like I said, there are a lot of folks running around who think that their opinion has to be your opinion. Now, I got into a situation here a day or so ago. And this is a good lead into this, but it's not the only thing. I had to deal with a lady who is obviously a hardcore animal person, which is not bad. I'm a hardcore animal person myself. I like animals most of the time better than I like people. This is also a little preconceived notions. This lady thought because my dog ran off and she found it, that automatically means that the dog is not taken care of. It can't be farther from the truth. My dogs actually get treated better than most of the people in my house. But it came down to it. This turned into a big argument, getting my dog back, and just came into a big pain in the butt where this lady who had picked up the dog basically thought I had to jump through all the hoops to get my own dog back. And I understand she was coming from a place of, she had presented it from a place of love. I don't know if that's the case or not, because in the dealings I had, she definitely wasn't coming from that place with me. But anyhow, but what this all boils down to, this lady thought that she had a preconceived notion that because the dog ran off, it was because it wasn't taken care of, like I said. The fact is dogs wander from time to time. You know, that's a fact. I live in the country, so most people don't keep their dogs pinned up in tiny little cages and all that kind of stuff out here. They let their dogs have a little freedom. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way it is. It's the way it's always been out here. And just like any other animal running around, they're taking their chances by wandering. But this lady, I'm gonna stay lit. Must be getting pretty moist in there. This lady got the name calling and stuff online and doing all this kind of stuff, but neither here nor there. That stuff rolls off my back until it becomes a problem where we're making threats and things like that, which happened. And that's all fine. That's all fine and well and good, but a lot of people have this notion where, like I said, their opinion has to be your opinion or you're wrong. Uh, I made a whole separate video on this subject, and I'm hesitating to make it public, and I probably won't make it public unless it becomes a problem, which I think it very well could be. Uh, but the problem is when folks think like that, and it's in all walks of life, and in all political views, and in all social views, and all those kind of things, where people think that, like I said, if your opinion doesn't jive with theirs, then you're wrong. And there's enough room in the world for us all to have our own opinions, and there are wrong opinions. Don't get me wrong. There are. But when you go out and throw your entitled views and the fact that you think you ought to be handed everything and everybody ought to agree with you, and we're going to be nasty and rude about the whole damn thing, that's where you're wrong. And it also goes into that work ethic that I've talked about lately, or at earlier times, that work ethic is gone. You've heard me talk about that in a majority of the population, at least that I run into. That's not. I'm sure that's not this lady. So don't get me wrong. This whole video is not about that. But it kind of came to the head on this, or came to a head on this, with every time that I tried to answer a question or tell her about something, she just wanted to talk over me. She didn't want to talk about it. She wanted to talk at me. And it's that way in life now. It's ridiculous. People can't defend their views, so they immediately jump over into personal attacks and being rude and getting it way out of hand. You know what I mean? And the internet has made everybody so brave. Where it's one of those, if I'm talking to you face to face, I'm going to talk one way, but as soon as I start posting online, I'm gonna do that in a manner completely different than I would talk to you face to face. Now, those of you who know me know that that is not the case with me. You're going to get the exact same Kevin face to face as you get on these videos. And I personally don't think I'm entitled to anything that I don't work for and that I don't earn. And I really wish that we could go back to those views here in the U.S. And I don't, you've heard me say this before, I don't have a dog in the hunt in other countries and other places and other things like that, so I'm not gonna meddle in their affairs like we have a tendency to do nowadays. And that comes from that sense of personal entitlement where I want the whole world to be shaped in my views. Well, here's the view I want the world to be shaped in, but I'm not going to force you to do it. I think people need to be, speak English, Kevin, need to be responsible for their own actions, need to be responsible for their own earnings, need to be responsible for their own life, basically, and not think that everyone else owes you cooperation and owes you support and owes you a life, basically. You carve out your own life. Nobody else, you shouldn't think that someone else should have to help you do that or have to do it for you, and then you benefit from all those things. Okay, so that's really all I've got to say about this. So thanks for your views, thanks for your support. Click over on my main page and look at a few of my buddies and my friends' YouTube channels, and for those of you who have come up to me on the street and said hello, keep that up. I like that. I don't think I deserve it, but I like it. That's about all I'm going to drink because I got a 2-hour drive to do here. I got to go pick up the wife from the airport. She's coming back from our daughter's place in Florida. Y'all stay salty out there. See you in the woods.